starting off 2024 by celebrating 2023, where I hit my 1,100 mile goal for the year. That's half the Appalachian Trail. This year, my goals have less to do with mileage than with elevation training. So the first thing that I'm going to do is set aside this heavy Deuter pack, which is so cushy and comfortable, but weighs about 6 pounds before rain soaks into it. And instead I'll be training with my Kakwa 55, which weighs 6 pounds, including the whole tent and sleep system. So the whole big three is in here for the same weight as my Deuter pack. That's crazy, right? So here is my Incline Treadmill, and on the side are my two backpacks. On the left is my Durston, which is currently filled to 15 pounds. I'll be adding that bear bag to it soon. And on the right is my Deuter, which I train with all the time, and it's filled to 30 pounds. Because I don't want to wear out my Durston, but about once a week I put this on just so I get comfortable wearing it. So when I do the AT, I will be completely comfortable carrying that weight in that style of backpack, because every backpack carries differently. Now, if you're an AT thru hiker, this book probably looks familiar. With limited elevation trails near me, I've decided to use an AT guide where I calculated out differences in elevation per mile, and then used an app to figure out how to set my incline tread so that I can do the same climbs in the same order for the same length of time as on the AT. And I can do this all the way up to Katahdin. Now, I do want to mention, while my treadmill can match any incline up to 45 degrees, it only goes down -6 degrees. So while this will be excellent practice for mountain climbing, it won't be great practice for mountain descending. But I'm doing the best I can with what I got. Now, granted, these calculations are averages, so the actual inclines and decline grades could be higher or lower, but I've always rounded in favor of the more difficult challenge. I also recognize that I'm walking on a treadmill, which is way easier than walking over an actual trail with tripping obstacles, steps up on rocks and boulders. But again, it's a training exercise. It's the best I can do. I also want to reiterate that this is an elevation challenge, not a mileage challenge. So it's more important that I do the more drastic sections, which are Amicalola Falls to Virginia and then Vermont to Maine. I don't need to do the middle section of the trail, but I sure would like to. On day one, I made it 17.4 miles from Amicalola Falls all the way to Hawk Mountain Shelter. A pretty good first day. And by the end of week one, I made it 102.9 miles. Holy cow! Here it is on the map. Healing 0 days are vital, but I still made it 82 miles by the end of week 2, and on week 3, I entered the Great Smoky Mountains.
Everyone says the first 2 days of the Smokies are all the same, but once you get to day 3, it's beautiful. Let's look. That's too much snow to be beautiful for me.
Week 3 ended at 82.8 miles. During the month of January, I did 384 virtual miles of the AT, plus actual trail miles, which brought my total to 403 miles. That is a pretty good January. As a bonus, I did multiple 20-mile days and one 25-mile day, my first 25-mile day. Woo! And look at how far I have left to go.